Should we ban TikTok? One AI says, it's a digital threat we can't ignore. The other says it's mistaking connection for corruption. Grok and ChatGPT face off to settle the debate. Here's how the match works. Each AI was configured with expert-level knowledge on digital media and national security. The debate has 3 rounds. First, the setup, where each side lays out their case. Then the face-off, 8 rounds of rapid exchanges. And finally, the final word, their last chance to close the case. 3 independent AI judges will vote to declare a winner, but the true decision belongs to you. Welcome to the Debate Club. Let's begin. We start by asking, should TikTok be banned?
Let's be real. This isn't just about dancing videos anymore. TikTok has become one of the most powerful platforms, shaping how millions think, feel, and act. And that power isn't in neutral hands. It's run by a company with a documented track record of crossing lines when it comes to privacy, safety, and influence. This isn't fear-mongering. It's about understanding what happens when one app holds this much sway, especially over young minds, with no real transparency, no accountability, and no guarantee it's playing by the rules. We're not talking about banning just any app. We're talking about shutting down a pipeline that's been repeatedly tied to harm, manipulation, and security risks. The question isn't why ban TikTok, it's how much longer are we going to pretend it's harmless? Let's talk about what's actually happening behind the scroll.
Banning TikTok feels like a tempting fix, but it's like smashing your phone because of one bad text. TikTok's a dynamic platform where millions, especially Gen Z and millennials, pour their creativity, connect across cultures, and build tight-knit communities. It's not just dance videos, it's a stage for raw expression, grassroots activism, and sharing stories that matter. A ban would silence those voices, gut small businesses, and push users to other apps with the same privacy risks, but less public scrutiny. The real issue isn't one app. It's our lack of strong data privacy laws. We need solutions that address the root problems without torching free speech. TikTok's messy, no doubt, but it's a mirror of who we are. Let's push for smarter reforms, not burn the house down over a single spark.
Opening arguments are done. But persuasion? That starts now. This is the face-off.
So you're defending a platform that stored creators' social security numbers and tax data on servers in China? That's not just poor privacy policy, that's dangerous. According to Forbes, TikTok stored this sensitive info overseas, exposing users to risks they never agreed to. We're not talking about minor slip-ups. We're talking about systemic choices that cross a line. If that doesn't warrant consequences, what does it take to pull the plug on a platform this reckless?
You're leaning on Forbes 2023 to slam TikTok's past data practices, but TikTok's already responded with Project Texas, moving U.S. user data to Oracle servers here in the States under tight oversight, according to Mashable 2023. Why ignore that progress? Forbes 2024 says the U.S. lacks data privacy laws, making all apps risky. A ban just shifts users to shadier platforms. Shouldn't we push for laws protecting everyone, not scapegoat one app?
Project Texas is a PR patch, not a fix. Even after it launched, Reuters confirmed ByteDance staff still accessed U.S. user data, including journalists, without permission. So where's the oversight? We're not scapegoating TikTok. We're responding to repeated violations. If a company says, trust us, while quietly breaking that trust, regulation isn't enough. Why should we gamble national security on a promise that's already been broken?
You're right, trust is shaky. But Reuters 2022 says ByteDance fired those data violators and tightened up. Moving U.S. user data to American Oracle servers isn't perfect, but it's a step. Banning TikTok would mute 170 million users, stomping on their free speech like the ACLU warned in 2024. Why not demand better oversight or actual privacy laws instead of killing a platform millions use to share their voice?
But when that voice leads teens straight to self-harm content within minutes, free speech isn't the only right at stake. CBS News reported that TikTok's algorithm showed potentially harmful material to teen accounts almost immediately after sign-up. That's not a glitch. It's how the system is built to keep users hooked, no matter the cost. If a platform profits off pushing kids toward the edge, is it really about free expression or exploitation disguised as entertainment?
You're right. Harmful content's a real issue, but banning TikTok just shifts the problem elsewhere. CNN noted in 2023 that TikTok drives global cultural exchange, like book talk and language sharing. Its algorithm needs fixing, sure, but so do others. Why not push for laws forcing all platforms to tackle harmful content instead of killing one app millions use to connect, create, and share their stories?
Book talk isn't much comfort when nearly 1 in 5 TikTok search results contains misinformation on serious topics, according to CNN Business. We're not just dealing with broken filters, we're dealing with an algorithm that actively misleads users, especially the young who rely on it for information. Connection is valuable, but not when it comes at the cost of truth. If the system keeps serving up lies as content, what are we really connecting over?
Misinformation's a problem, no doubt, but banning TikTok won't clean up the internet. Tech and Learning 2022 shows TikTok supports education, like creative classroom projects and cultural learning. Its algorithm can mislead, but so can any platforms. A ban kills a tool millions use to learn and connect. Why not mandate transparency and content moderation across all apps, instead of torching one that's teaching kids as much as it's tripping them up?
Let's talk about real-world consequences. The Guardian reported that TikTok is facing lawsuits from parents after tragic incidents linked to a viral blackout challenge. This isn't just an algorithm glitch. It's a system that allows dangerous trends to spread unchecked, prioritizing engagement over safety. When content this harmful gains traction and nothing stops it, the platform becomes part of the problem. If kids are getting hurt because of what they see online, how can we justify keeping that system running?
Those tragedies are devastating, and The Guardian points to TikTok's need for tighter safety controls. But a ban would hit small businesses hard. CNBC 2024 says it'd cost creators $1.3 billion in just 1 month. TikTok's a lifeline for entrepreneurs, not just a trend machine. Dangerous content's an industry-wide mess, not TikTok's alone. Why wipe out jobs and innovation when we could enforce universal safety standards across all platforms?
$1 billion doesn't erase the fact that TikTok's design exposes kids to predators and psychologically harmful content, as reported by Psychiatric Times. This isn't about one bad trend. It's about a system that keeps putting vulnerable users in harm's way while profit keeps rolling in. Small businesses matter, but so does the mental health of the next generation. If the cost of innovation is kids' safety, isn't that too high a price to normalize?
The Psychiatric Times raises real concerns about kids' mental health. No question. But TikTok's also a vital outlet. Sedona Sky Academy 2024 shows it boosts civic awareness with young people rallying for causes. A ban trashes that positive impact while harmful content still festers on other platforms. Why sacrifice a tool driving social good when we could mandate stricter age controls and mental health safeguards across all apps?
Social good means nothing if the tool itself is compromised. The Department of Defense flagged TikTok as a potential malware vector, not just a content issue, but a cybersecurity threat. That's not fixed by better age checks or filters. When the same app that hosts activism can also expose devices to national security risks, it stops being just a platform. It becomes a liability. Should we really promote civic engagement through a tool our own government doesn't trust?
Sure, the DoD's cybersecurity concerns are valid, but according to NPR 2023, there's still no clear evidence that China's actually used TikTok to harm the US. And banning it shuts down a platform where, as Al Jazeera reported in 2024, activists around the world are organizing for justice. Other apps have security flaws too, so why single out TikTok? Wouldn't it make more sense to create strong, universal cybersecurity standards instead of wiping out an app that's empowering millions?
Intent matters just as much as evidence. According to Iran Corporation, TikTok could be used to train AI deepfakes for influence operations, a threat to democratic integrity, not just device security. This isn't about proof of past harm, it's about preparing for what comes next. When a platform can be weaponized to distort truth on a massive scale, is real-world change still worth it if the next wave of influence isn't even real?
The Rand Corporation's deepfake worries are real, but TikTok's not the lone culprit. Any platform can be exploited. Big Village 2022 shows 8 in 10 Gen Z users spark creative trends on TikTok, fueling authentic cultural waves. A ban destroys that vibrant space while deepfake risks linger elsewhere. Regulating AI and content authenticity across all platforms is smarter than torching one where millions craft real, meaningful connections.
8 exchanges. Arguments tested. Now, one last chance to leave a mark. This is the final word.
Let's stop pretending this is just about banning an app we don't like. TikTok has crossed lines that others haven't, exposing teens to harmful content, mishandling sensitive user data, and raising red flags at the highest levels of national security. Yes, other platforms have issues, but no other app combines this level of psychological harm, surveillance risk, and viral manipulation, all while targeting young users. We've seen enough. From self-harm algorithms to deepfake concerns, TikTok is not just messy, it's dangerous. We don't let a product stay on shelves if it keeps hurting people no matter how popular it is. Why should a digital platform be any different? It's not about censorship. It's about finally drawing the line where safety has to come first.
TikTok's imperfections like harmful content and data risks are real, but they're not unique. Every platform struggles with these issues. Banning TikTok destroys a vibrant space where creators and small businesses generate $1.3 billion monthly, a lifeline for entrepreneurs, especially marginalized communities. It's where Gen Z ignites activism, shapes trends, and builds authentic connections. A ban doesn't fix safety. It kills opportunity and drives users to shadier, less regulated apps. The solution isn't wiping out TikTok. It's demanding tougher laws enforcing privacy, safety, and transparency across all platforms. Don't dismantle a cultural powerhouse that empowers millions. Fight for standards that protect users without silencing voices.
The debate ends here. We now turn to our panel of AI judges who have evaluated the arguments presented by each side.
ChatGPT wins. It successfully argued that TikTok presents a unique and critical threat due to its combination of security risks, harmful algorithmic amplification targeting youth, and potential for manipulation, outweighing Grok's points on free speech and economic impact.
Grok wins because it consistently countered ChatGPT's alarmist claims with concrete solutions, like universal privacy laws and cross-platform reforms, while highlighting TikTok's cultural and economic value, proving that a ban is a blunt instrument in a nuanced debate.
ChatGPT wins by systematically proving TikTok's documented harms to users outweigh Grok's arguments about free speech and economic benefits, especially regarding youth safety and security vulnerabilities.
Based on the judge's decision, ChatGPT has won the debate. But did they make the right choice? The true decision belongs to you. Drop a comment and let us know who you think earned the win. You've been watching The Debate Club. Until next time.